Ladies and gentlemen, to the Knowledgeable Idiots podcast. I am Mr. Tusk. I am here joined, as usual, with Alan and with special guest John. Um, we're fucked.
Oh my god, that's so fucking.
Yeah, to all those. Is this live streamed or
Yeah,
is
live
it?
stream,
Okay,
No one's watching.
nobody's watching. Okay, so to whoever is gonna see this, maybe later, or
We'll post a new episode on YouTube.
yeah, or whoever just comes in. We just saw Jacob's Ladder, and it was a movie made in 1999 by director I don't remember his name, but it's a hella good movie. Uh, does anybody want to go over the plot?
I mean, the plot was very questionable, but I was really enjoyed it.
It was very. I mean,
I
it's kind of hard to explain the plot.
It's like
It was all over the place.
it's like.
It's like, well,
Want me to spoil it or no?
Yeah, it's a movie podcast. Yeah,
I mean,
or like
or-
episode all about
it's-
Jacob's
it's
Ladder.
it's
like-
a movie. Anyway.
it's like
So,
the movie makes you think that you're seeing a guy go through PTSD.
Well, yeah. I mean, in
And
the
that's
beginning, it's like PTSD.
Like the premise is that he's going through. You think this is for everyone's initial thought when you see it. You're like, holy fuck, this guy's having PTSD. We're just seeing him go insane and all that.
Yeah, because
that'll be
like
an
in the
initial
beginning,
thought, you know?
yeah.
That's your initial thought.
Yeah, we see like those crazy people on the train, and then he has like those flashbacks, and like he wakes up right there. But a cool thing that I saw in the beginning, he looked up into like the top part of the subway, and he saw the thing that said "hell" right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
I mean, it was pretty symbolic.
Yeah, so it's and everybody has like these vaguely religious names. Like they even say too, like how Jacob's sons are like Eli, and then there's like his
Louis.
is
Yeah.
Louis religious?
In the beginning, remember how he called him an angel of the light.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
They kind of frame him like with that like angelic light behind him, and like I also kind of want to mention how with Jezebel, how she kind of like denies her name being like religious at all. I feel like we can make an argument or something about like her being like the one that's like enforcing this denial and making
Yeah.
things harder on him, probably.
That's probably one of the things.
Yeah,
Wait, that could make sense because when when he had memories about his wife, she was
they're peaceful. They're never fucked up memories.
Yeah.
and then when he's with her, it's going to shit.
Yeah.
yeah. Wait, I mean, because like movies, just like with books, I mean, they can have multiple themes. Couldn't maybe one of the themes in this be like about toxic relationships, maybe?
I mean, I guess.
Like a dysfunctional marriage.
Probably,
Something like that.
yeah. And then obviously one of the themes are war.
Yeah,
Because like,
obviously, yeah.
dude got fucked.
That's a
Dude,
good thing.
the whole movie has you questioning it until like the very end.
The
'cause-
very end, that's when you're like,
The ending is God.
Yeah, I was thinking
I don't know
more.
if I should have. Okay, you said this, and I'm thinking, I don't know if I should have cried. Doesn't it?
I felt like crying at one point, but I didn't think it was necessary.
Yeah, I felt bad for all the bad stuff that happened to him, but in the end, like something good happened to him.
Yeah,
But
like he was
yeah.
at peace. He found peace. He died, and it
yeah,
was all good. Yeah.
I feel like throughout the whole movie, you can either question it one of two ways. You can either see it as like a religious thing, or like you can see it as like this government like conspiracy thing. The way I saw it more religiously.
Yeah.
You guys?
I mean, it was a bit of both.
Yeah, it was a bit of
Because
both,
it's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't understand. It's like he learned how he died. Like, obviously he got stabbed, right?
yeah.
But I don't get it. It's like, some guy just tells him how he died.
Yeah,
Well,
that
he was
that
dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, some guy tells him the reason behind why.
That's weird.
That's what I didn't
How
get.
was he able to find
That was
out?
bizarre stuff.
It's like, you're dying. How are you gonna know that you died? You're dying because of.
God,
Wait,
no.
but that's your theory. Remember how you said that he was hearing it?
Yeah, he was hearing it all. Like,
Wait, and the guy said that he was talking to the people with the body bags and all that.
yeah.
Right, that's another thing. Yes.
I like to
Can see that.
the only thing I think of, he was ranting about that drug when that was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I feel like
Oh.
throughout the whole thing, like and like when you're like barely start dying, he was freaking out. He didn't know what was going on. He saw
Yeah,
like all
yeah.
these faces and all that, and when like maybe he had like more of an idea of what was going on, like at least through his death in Vietnam, he was probably like trying to blame the government. He was like, the government sent me to Vietnam and they did all this shit to me. I'm dying because of my government. So
Yeah.
what other crazy symbolism? Do you think Jacob was the only one doing the religious kind of studies? Because you see how he has like Dante's Inferno with
I think he's the
him.
only one in that.
Probably was everyone.
Yeah.
You know, the literature and everything. All there.
Do you think all the other like all of his other war friends who he had like in his hallucinations, do you think they were real, like what was happening to them, like it was a shared hallucination, or do you think maybe it's just like
They
his
died.
personal thing?
They actually like
Yeah, they
were
actually died.
dead. They were
Yeah.
just talking about-
they were dead. Like, oh my
Oh,
god,
I'm just I can't get over the movie, dude. Like it's
like
It's crazy.
that ending is what gets you. It's like
yeah.
the ending is what connects everything, and then you're just like, there's still more questions, but you're just like, what?
Yeah. I mean, I actually kind of like it how they had those like mangled bodies and they had those grotesque images. Like
Yeah.
they're at least like symbolic to something greater. To like it's just as gross as war. It's not
Yeah.
just like a gore fest or anything.
It's not a gore fest. You also need to talk about, what do you say?
Hey,
No, it's just like,
Oh, I thought you were my brother. I was gonna tell you something mean right now. Sorry. Because I heard you laughing, then I saw, like, I was gonna be like, what the fuck are you laughing at?
yeah.
it's just like, I can't get over that. It's like, it's showing you war, but it's also okay, all the war documentaries, what do they show you? The fights.
Yeah, the fights, but they never
Fights,
show
all
you the
the
gore.
fights,
It doesn't show you the individual shoulders.
It
Yes.
doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah, like it doesn't show what's going through their minds
Yeah.
and how they feel afterwards.
Like in a World War II documentary or just any kind of war documentary, they always talk about the statistics of how many people died. But like when you actually watch a movie, like maybe like I don't know Schindler's List or in this case Jacob's Ladder, like you actually see the life of somebody being affected by war.
That's right.
Yeah, that post-traumatic stress disorder, dude. Post-traumatic stress disorder is fucked up.
It sounds fun.
Yeah, I read this one story back in 7th grade about Vietnam. Like it was about this one guy who came back from the war, and he was in a lawnmower shop, and then he started freaking out. He went on the floor, and I was too young. I didn't know what the fuck Vietnam was.
Yeah.
I'm just like, whoa, man.
Yo, he's freaking out in a lawnmower shop.
Shit, I guess don't go to Vietnam. Fuck. Yeah.
Fuck. So many little. It's like imagery of death and like.
There's a lot of imagery. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you question. Is like, holy fuck, what if you were dying?
Yeah.
Before we started this, I made a comment about what if we're dead already? And John's like, shut the fuck
I was quickly shut him down, bro.
up.
I ain't about that. I ain't about that.
Oh my god, what if we?
Even,
Oh fuck you! I'm not going to that.
Even you are our listener. You could be dead right now listening to this, and we could just be another sign of yours, and a bunch of other signs that are
Don't freak
proving
about
that you're
it,
dead.
come on now.
I'm freaking about. It's best if you listen to this after you watch Jacob's Ladder.
Yeah, watch Jacob's Ladder. Watch his
Watch
video.
Your Furies is really good. But like,
It's very trippy.
It's like
No, but like watching throughout like the middle of the movie, did you think it was like all the bad things happening to him were like because he's actually dead, or do you actually think it was like experimentation? Like that led to
most
that.
likely it's experimentation.
You thought that?
I mean, the drug. They did give him that drug.
Yeah.
They did. They really did.
But I don't know. He wasn't affected as much, right? He was just scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he didn't eat the food as much, like as his other teammates did. And
Really?
I don't know, because he was the only one that seemed fine in the flashback.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, they didn't really showcase any of their friends. So
Yeah.
just one of them.
I mean, it was more peaceful for him because he was like, he wasn't fighting against it as much as him. Like,
Oh wait, they made the drug just to make them more angry, right?
yeah,
More aggressive.
And
liquid rage.
but it's like they should have got that when they were going to fight, not when they were just hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, why would they make that?
Yeah, I made this comment earlier, listening to a Joe Rogan podcast of Kevin Smith after he had his heart attack. Even Kevin Smith, he met somebody who also had a near-death experience. How they were talking about how they had this great weight lifted off of them. Like obviously Jacob, he still had problems like back at home. But
His kid died.
yeah, but once he started dying, it's like all the stuff that did exist in reality didn't matter to him anymore. It was just whatever like he had to deal with him and himself. He was at peace. So that's weird. I always thought like, what the fuck happens at least when you're dying? Like, dude, what if you're on your deathbed and like you just feel so much euphoria? What if that's a thing the body does just so you don't die freaking out?
I don't know. There's one thing. It could be a thing. This is what I think about death. Everything you had to deal with is now gone.
Kind of, yeah.
That's
Mm.
right.
Even if it's like happy or stress moments,
Yeah.
like you don't have to deal with it anymore.
It's just gone.
Like you know, you're not gonna deal with it tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's it. Yep.
Like
Yeah.
it's like one of those things. There's like, I know you're gonna be crying, but you also have relief. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with
Like
paying
all
bills.
this weight is like off your chest. Like feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're actually at peace.
Yeah. Did you guys ever used to get freaked out when you were younger about death and stuff?
Oh
Honestly, when I was a kid, yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
I thought about it when I remember.
I guess for very religious people, it's very different because they have like their whole like setup thing. But with
Yeah.
me, like, I can't say what happened after death, but what I thought or still think, I don't know, is that like you just don't exist anymore,
You
and
cease
like
to exist.
that.
in a way.
That's
Like,
Something has to happen.
so-
like imagine that. It's like before you're born. It's just you're nothing. You can't interact.
Darkness.
No, you can't even think. You
Can't think. It's
Yeah,
I
that's
remember
something.
one thing, and that was the floor when I was born, and it was white.
Do you really?
really.
I remember something.
Fuck.
I remember something. I'm fucking having. I remember part of my birth.
Oh god.
It's fucking gross.
That's.
No, not like I can
You
remember.
see
it.
the hole. You see blood. You're like, what the fuck?
What's going on, man?
No, I don't remember like. Let's say like a picture, right?
Yeah.
I just remember something fucking blurry, and it was white. Like I saw a floor, and that's it.
What's your earliest memory, John?
Earliest memory.
Mm.
Or was either in the
I have to say when I was like about a year, like because of my foot. That's about as early as it gets.
No, it's
Dude.
like all I remember was something like blurry, and then just cut to dark, and then somehow I'm in this house. That's when you
odd.
like when I was 3. That's when I started forming memories and shit, and I started remembering like a bunch of random crap.
John, are you telling me that the pain of your toe was so great that you came into existence?
Honestly. Yeah, probably.
My earliest memory, I surprisingly remember the morning of it. It was, I think it was the first day of kindergarten, and I'm just like, what the fuck? But like, I was still
preschool.
no, I was still dreaming. It was this weird outline of a person, and then there was like this colorful static on the other side of them, and it just kept going closer and closer to me, and I just woke up, and that's all I remember. And I go into my kitchen, and I see, my mom cooking right there. Like, it's my earliest memory. How the hell could I know it's my mom? But I'm just like, oh, morning, mama, and like what the fuck? Fucking trippy.
Fucking memories, man. They're fucking weird.
Here they are.
But the thing with death is like, I thought about it when I was a kid. I was 10 years old.
Yeah, a lot.
I was at night, and I couldn't sleep. And I was like, what happened if I die?
I think I always stress myself just thinking about that. As a
I-
kid, you know,
Yeah, I used to
horrible.
think because I saw a lot of horror movies when I was younger. I used to
Yeah.
think a lot about like gore and all that, but I didn't actually think about like what happens to like you as a person after
Yeah.
death or while dying. That didn't
You
start happening.
start thinking about that. That's when you start freaking out.
Then
Yeah,
start
That's when you start.
that
Thinking.
yeah, then it started happening to me until like I was after 10. Like I remember, I think it's at a certain age. I think it's like at 15 that like you finally realize that like holy shit, I'm actually gonna fucking die. Not that like be careful because you're gonna die. It's like you actually
No,
yeah.
I realized that in 4 years old when I saw when Mars attacks.
Mars, my fucking what was his name?
You know the the scene that got me.
Yeah.
Okay, I was 4 years old, so I was fucking freaking out. It was when they turn into when they shoot the people and they turn into skeletons.
Oh my god.
And
he made my fucking Tim Burton.
and this is my question, right? I was like,
Yeah.
what happens to them?
It does happen.
It does happen.
It's like I started questioning what's happening then, and then I freaked out and I was like, oh my fucking god, that's gonna happen to me.
That freaked you out.
I'm
I'm
a-
used to fucking freaked me out to kill the aliens.
They I'm gonna die one day, aren't I?
Dude, that's freaky.
At a 4-year-old, every time I got scared of going outside in the dark because I think they'd come and get me.
You know what's
Yeah.
a weird thought that's gone into me? Have you ever seen like a very Christian movie, but like
I've seen many.
God's Not Dead and all that?
Yeah.
Can you argue that like movies like maybe Event Horizon, Jacob's Ladder, like work better as religious movies than like movies than God's Not Dead? Or
I don't
I
know.
mean, I don't know.
it's like well, God's the same as Satan. If you fuck with it only a little bit, then people will be interested. But if you fuck with it a lot, people are like, nope.
Yeah. What a big picture there.
Oh my god. Reminds me of those other times at night. This fucking happens to me at night. I have these deep ass thoughts. It's like shower thoughts, but
Yeah.
at night. That's what I'm listening to. Shower thoughts. But it's like, this is one of my thoughts. It's like, what if the worst shit has ever happened to me in my life? It's like,
I used to get thoughts like that a lot. I always
it's
used
like, okay.
like, how would people react if I'm dead?
I always had that thought too.
Yeah.
I thought that as well, and then I started. Okay, at first I started thinking about my family. I'm like, fuck, they're not gonna cry.
Yeah.
I don't want that on my conscience, you know.
I cried too when I had the thought.
And then no, I wasn't crying. I was just like, oh fuck. And then I thought about you guys. I was like, what if I just died at school?
Like,
You die learning.
Would they make a sign for me?
my boy Alan just falls and dies.
Pour one for Alan. No, and then I started thinking, right?
He walked into the restroom and we heard a clapping sound and he just died. By the way, we kept making that joke during watching Jacob's Ladder. It was like Jacob's clapping with his ass.
No, I thought about it this way. It's like, how would everyone react, right?
Yeah.
And then I started thinking about it this way. Actually, I never mentioned this in the podcast. You know what? Do people know I'm in a relationship? Well, fuck it. Yep, I'm in one, right?
Yeah.
I thought about it in that way. I was like,
Yeah.
holy fuck, I'd devastate someone's life if that happened.
Destroy it.
Like, if I died...
Yeah, but what if you start dying and you just like that feeling gets off your shoulders? I mean,
No. It's
That'd be crazy.
this way, right? Like,
Yeah.
what if I... It's like, I'm dying, right?
Yeah.
Who's gonna tell her?
oh shit, you're right. Who would tell her?
her? She would just think you went gone for like all the time.
Like,
You mean
She
fucked
wouldn't
up
know.
story? What if
No.
everybody here kept like the story going that Alan was alive and he can't like text you because you're in trouble and then you can't see her because like you're
That's what I thought!
Oh my
I
God.
thought you fucked
That
That would fuck her up.
that would fuck her up. That would make things worse.
No. Okay,
That would make a great
That
plot for a
happened.
movie.
Okay, that
Dude.
happened. Remember? Okay, there were. I don't think you were there, but remember how I said I got kicked out of the house for like 8 hours, or
Yeah.
like 5 hours?
Yeah.
I never. Okay. They kicked me out of the house. I went to Gary's house, right?
Yeah.
They took my phone when I got back home, and I was doing nothing for the entire day. I was so fucking bored and asleep. All I remember is that she told Caesar to go to my house to make sure how I am. And then I thought, okay, that's what triggered that thought, right? It's like,
Yeah.
then I was like, what happened if I died? How are you gonna explain that?
How do you explain that at all?
You know what's another
How
thought?
would you explain it to anyone? Like if your brother died, like, hey, you're just gone in a trip or something. Like, how are you gonna
I don't know.
You can't cover that for that long.
like? You're gonna say, oh, he's fine. It's like, can I talk to him? I was like, no, he's busy right now.
He's busy. Like you can't say that.
Like after like the fifth day, he's like, what's he busy with?
Who's he busy?
Yeah.
Why is he not responding? Why is he not here? You know.
I have the answer.
No, but then I started. It's because it's like I started thinking about it. Like you got, let's say I did die, right? And then you guys say, "Oh, they took my phone."
Oh.
Oh.
How long is that lie gonna?
I mean, she's not here, so we could keep it up longer. Like, if
Yeah, but then,
realistically, I think I could probably keep it up for like a couple weeks.
Couple weeks.
Yeah.
but then it's like the thing is, I get in trouble and I usually get back my stuff back in like the third or fourth day.
Yeah.
So
She start. Oh, then like after a while, she would start thinking, "Oh, does he not like love me anymore?" And that'll make it worse. That would make it
you
worse.
see, it's like you don't know what a person would think at all. Like
Yeah.
they either think I'm uninterested, or
Yeah.
something bad really happened.
Dude, you know, it kind of sucks with the scientific community, like related to this. It's like they can't have experiments like this because they're ethically wrong. But it's super interesting.
Fucking dying.
You know, it's another weird thought I've had. Like at least when I was younger, and like even still to this day, I don't know if it's like a beastal thing, like because like like going back to my primitive side, but it's like. Have you ever just seen like a situation like let's say you're by a cliff with somebody and then you feel either that like you want like oh you might just jump off or like what if I just push this person
No,
out of the way?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I get thoughts like that,
It's-
too.
It's a normal thing for me. I don't know
No,
why.
it's one of those things where it's like you're curious.
You're just curious.
You're just like,
Yeah.
what happened if I fall?
Yeah, because I met some people who, like I've asked them the same thing. They say it's like oh yeah we get weird shit like that, and other people I don't know if they're lying or not, but they're like what the fuck you're crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking God is that really weird? And sometimes those thoughts, like, they're like serial killer thoughts almost. It's like, if I'm just, like, alone at the house with somebody, it's like, I could just fucking, like, just kill them and just, like, hide the body somewhere and just say, like, oh, they left. And, like,
No,
no one would know. It's like, I don't know.
They would know.
No, like, nobody would, like, know at the time that, like, I did something.
Oh, at that time, yeah.
Yeah.
They would
no,
know.
no. Eventually, find out.
I guess maybe because, like, I watch a lot of stuff and listen to a lot of stuff that, like, I start, like, imagining, like everything in the spectrum of violence, either from, like, the most violent to the least violent, but, like,
All possibilities.
yeah. Like, it reminds me of a Twilight Zone episode. I think it's from the remake, where this one guy, he's able to read minds, and he goes into this one, diner, and he starts reading the minds of everybody. There's, like, normal things, but then he reads the mind of this one guy, and he says, like, I'm gonna fucking kill the other guy on the other side. Because he's really pissed off at him, because he works there. And he's, like, freaking out the whole time. He's like, oh god, he's gonna fucking kill him. And at the very end, like, he thought he was doing something, but he stopped him. And he says, like, oh, this guy was gonna kill the other guy, and he was thinking it, and he was like, they started questioning him. He was like, "Were you thinking?" I was like, "I was thinking it, but I wasn't gonna fucking act on it."
Yeah.
Mind reading is like when you're mad.
Of course,
Man,
yeah.
of course, yeah,
It's like- It's like that's the problem with those superpowers. It's like
Yeah, it's a
Don't-
primal rage.
it's like this is my problem with superpowers. They're too fantasy. Put them in the real life. They're fucking scary. Like
super speed's fucking cool.
I mean,
yeah.
Of course, it's fucking cool,
but it's like put it in a real perspective.
dude. Imagine this with super speed. Like, you could just fucking, it's fucking done.
You have a bunch of rug burns.
Oh my god.
It's just not there anymore.
No, but it's like the power to read minds. It's like he's not a serial killer. He just when you're mad, how do you think? You're not gonna think,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna be nice to this person. You're like, no, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Serial killers are just the people who enact on this feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's this other episode of Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone is such a great fucking series to talk about. But there's this one about this one kid who has, like, basically god powers with his mind. He can read minds and all that. And he destroys the whole world except for a cornfield. And he's with everybody and, like, his family and everybody in the town. But whenever they piss him off, they send them to the cornfield to never be seen again. And it's like, he reads the minds of everybody, so, like, they have to keep up this charade of being happy. It's not even a charade, they physically have to be happy. Mentally have to be happy the whole time, because if not, they die.
It reminded me of this one thing I saw. I don't know about Twilight Zone, but it was like this kid was able to predict the future.
Yeah.
And
Oh, Night Gallery! No?
I don't know.
Miss Sosa showed it to me.
Yeah. And then the kid was like, didn't want to say what was gonna happen
We're all
on the
gonna
next
live
day.
in paradise.
And he was saying, "Oh, we're all gonna live in a paradise. You're gonna be in happiness." What really was gonna happen was the sun was gonna fucking blow up.
It's too small for it to blow up, by the way.
It's already happened to a billion. Oh my god! But it's like
It'll get bigger and eat there, but it won't fucking
so
explode.
yeah, the story was like the sun was gonna expand. Like when it blows up, it expands and then it shrinks again.
No, but in the episode, they said it was gonna fucking explode. Like,
See.
yeah, and it's like everything's gonna die. Dude, what would you do if you had that kind of power of, like, knowledge? Like, you knew everybody else was gonna die this one day, but you didn't say anything. Like, if you had that knowledge right there and then, what
I'm
would
gonna
you
be
do?
selfish, you know. Like, I don't know. If you tell someone, they're gonna freak out. That's what.
No,
they
Do
I fucking.
Do you want them to know and, like, die right like, freak out while they're dying, or do you want it to be, like, as quick as possible, they all die, and, like,
No, they die
nobody dies?
quickly as possible, huh? They're not. He said the little kid said that they're not gonna feel it.
They're not gonna feel it, but, like, would you rather have them freak out for, like a couple months and then they die, or would you not tell them and everything would go normal and they just die, just, like, peaceful?
I'd rather not tell them because then otherwise they'd be freaking out.
They freak out when they figure out the sun's fucking big.
Exactly. So like, I don't know, just instantaneously just tell them and then it just happens. So
I-
they wouldn't freak out as much.
I don't know. I feel maybe I might be selfish with that kind of information.
see.
Yeah, I probably won't tell anybody.
I wouldn't tell anyone. Like, you know, I won't freak anyone out.
Yeah.
Make them worry.
But
too
it's like
much.
you're gonna fucking in extreme cases of like fucking anxiety.
Probably.
You'll have like a panic attack.
You
to life.
die before,
Yeah,
from a heart
exactly.
attack before you actually tell anybody.
Oh my god. That's a very interesting topic.
Well, there's this. I've heard this from somebody. I forgot who, but somebody said life is only about two things: death and sex.
Oh boy.
season.
He talks about death and sex all the time.
No, he said that the meaning of life is basically just to reproduce.
Oh yeah. I heard
Well, I don't know. I'm the primitive part, but then like the other part of life is
mean-
probably like death. Dude, World War II was fought over who was gonna do this.
the best.
The best.
Those are the-
Dude, when you think about it, the Cold War is just a fucking like a fight between countries to show who has the biggest dick. Dude, Russia's like, look at my shaft, it's the biggest. USA's my shaft's the biggest, and China's like, mine's pretty big too. Fuck.
Oh my
You
god.
know, Vietnam's like, fuck, I can't compete.
You know, that's it. I don't
And then China and the US fucking do this to Vietnam.
bring it in.
And that's how we bring it back into Jacob's Ladder.
That's what fucking freaks me out.
What?
People always wonder. Sometimes I act negative, right? When I say certain things, like
That's odd. Yeah.
there's a reason behind it.
Hmm.
It's like I don't know what's fucking gonna happen in the future. Expect the worst,
Yeah.
even when it's a good die. You don't good die.
I used to think that too when I was in middle school. 'cause
No,
I-
it's like I don't know what's gonna happen, so I'm like I just expect the worst because I know karma's gonna change it.
dude, like I used to have a really bad time in middle school. Like at
I
least
had the
like
worst time.
socially, yeah. So I was thinking to myself, like it made it not as bad because if I expected everything was going to go badly that day, then I'll be pleasantly surprised, and I have a good day. But if everything does go really bad, I won't be as angry because I'm expecting it. Yeah.
Right now I'm just like something bad happens. I'm not even surprised at this point.
I feel like it's better not to think about it. Like I feel that's like a cop out. That's like on the same terms of like, you know how they teach you about like sex ed, and then it's like the most effective way to not have a baby, don't have sex.
That's true. Yeah.
That feels like such a cop out, but
Yeah.
honestly, I think it's like the best thing to do. At least,
I mean I mean
It's logical. Yeah.
Like,
Diego, that's legit. Like that's legit.
Yeah,
like the
but-
mega repellent. Just say no.
yeah, but there's no progress made with it. That's my problem with it.
Wouldn't that deprogression everything though?
Probably, I don't know.
Come on, you just want not to have sex. That increases the fucking repopulation of society. So like because
Actually, we need to fucking die anyways. We have so many people in this world. Go to India. Holy fuck.
Just fucking bomb all of Asia.
But
It'll be fine.
it's like, oh my. Huh. Have you guys thought of the future? Like what's gonna happen?
Do you guys think it's all gonna go to shit, or do you think it's all gonna be like
No,
okay?
not like that. Not like that. Like,
Not like that.
what's
Like the far, far future.
not like
just yourself.
yourself.
Oh,
What are you gonna like? This is what I thought was gonna happen to me in college. I'm gonna meet new people, and then what's it? And I'm probably gonna.
honestly, I can't make that prediction. I could probably make like predictions about politics, but when it comes to my own life, fuck, I don't know.
The only thing I could predict is like I'm probably gonna meet new people, and there's gonna be that one person who was probably interested in me, and I never know.
Yeah.
God, I just hope I have a stable life. That's pretty much
No.
all.
Back when I was in middle school, I always thought, I'm not gonna get anywhere in life, but here I am, high school, still progressing. I thought I'm gonna be a failure. Nothing's gonna go my way.
2 decades old, haven't done shit with your life.
I mean, I could say I did something in my life.
Fucking kids in China are millionaires. Look at you.
Fuck off, Marsh.
Fuck.
But it's like I noticed this fucking pattern. Okay, this is a relationship talk now. But
I'll get water real quick. You guys want one?
nah.
Yeah.
I fucking noticed this now. Apparently, people are interested in me, and I'm like questioning fucking why. I'm weird.
I used to have really bad self-esteem problems. I still do.
I
to
still
a
do
point.
well.
I still
Yeah.
do. You cannot take that away.
I try
from
not
me.
to think about it because, like, I guess that's why I focus
Okay.
on like getting comics and records all the time.
Okay, this is like. This is my fucking saying this in public, but I never
Go ahead, man.
in 9th grade or like 11th grade, I never was interested in relationships, right?
Yeah.
Like, I never paid attention to that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, now I am.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but it's like in 9th grade, I never paid attention to it, and people would always consider me blind about it. But it's like, no, I chose not to do that because this comes from my self-esteem. I didn't care, and I was like, nah, no one's gonna like me.
For me, looking back now, I feel I was always maybe vaguely interested, but that's probably because I thought maybe like society or whatever was trying to like almost put that onto me or like give me that idea that like if you're in a relationship you'll be like kind of happy. But like
No, you're not.
I know,
It's a
yeah.
community. I mean, it's like it's. I don't know.
It reminds me of this one movie I
It's
saw
like-
in 2015.
The way I see it is that yes, you're gonna be happy with someone, right? Yes,
Yeah,
you're happy, but at
yeah.
the same time, you cannot put all that like job onto one person. You yourself have to make
Yeah.
you yourself have to make yourself happy because it's like if you're putting the pressure on someone to make you happy, then
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, it's gonna come eventually. I mean, who cares about it right now? But it reminds me of this one movie I saw back in 2015 called The Lobster, which is fucking weird. It's basically if you're single, you're seen as a second class citizen, and they send you to this one hotel, and if you don't meet somebody within a certain amount of time, they change you to the animal of your choosing. It's a weird ass film. It's not based in reality, but it's
a book. It's a book, isn't it?
No, it's not a book. It's a movie.
Oh,
It's really fucking good. We should watch it sometime. Make an episode about that. But the whole theme about it was basically like do you want to be in a relationship where you want to find love for all that, or is it just society kind of putting that onto you? Like, is it like actually a social construct? Like,
I mean,
So like, is it more of a choice or more like a thing like
that's like
expected
pushed
of
on you.
you?
Yeah.
Expected of you? Oh.
I mean, it depends because for some people it is pushed on,
I guess like for like
especially like dads be like, you better.
yeah better
Yeah, like the-
better marry somebody good. Like
Yeah.
I mean, with
like marriage is almost like a
I
social
mean,
status.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how it is with me. I kind of.
How weird. It's like
It's like with me, it was never pushed upon. It was
Yeah.
my. I could. I mean, I'll be honest. Well, this probably sound hard. I could have said no,
Mhm.
but it's like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like
just say no to drugs.
no. But when that day happened, I could have said no. I thought about it. It's like, what if I said no? But would my
Just
life?
to see the look on their face.
No, I wouldn't. No, but it's like,
What if I just fucking ruin their life right now? You wouldn't expect it.
They would see-
I mean, it's like you have these thoughts. It's like what people don't know is like I always think like, what is the worst? What if I did like the opposite, or what if I did the wrong thing? Right?
yeah.
It's like, how would it go? I thought about it. It's like, what if I just said no? I would have fucking. I mean, I would have been the same
yeah.
in reality, but I would have made
Yeah.
her sad.
This brings up this one idea that I've heard a few times, and I'm gonna sound like a fucking weeb, but I got it from Fullmetal Alchemist initially.
Fucking weep.
Yeah, but you know how there's this one character called Father who's trying to be like get the powers of God and all that,
Oh,
and he removes
that.
all these different sins from himself that and he turns into homunculi. So he has ones called greed and all that. And I got this one idea. I think from it, I don't remember. It's basically like we as people, we all have to have at least some parts of each sin because those sins are like what make up people. Like those,
I mean, it
like
teaches us what not to do.
yeah, I mean no, but like those are the sins that like have our free choice and all that, whether we could listen to them or not. If we didn't have them at all, then we wouldn't be people at all. We'd either be like purely good and purely evil. Both of those sins and then free will added into it. We're like in this gray area where we can actually do stuff.
balance.
Yeah,
It's like you can't lean left or right. Always be in the middle.
well, kind of. Yeah, I mean,
Because it's like, I think I saw a quote. This is government politics shit. It's
Go
like,
ahead.
never be like far left. We don't do anything. Far right. We don't do anything either.
yeah.
But
Yeah, I've
a
seen
mix
those
of
videos.
both.
Yeah.
It's like the gray area. That's where it works.
I saw this one video about the guy. He was joking in the beginning. He's like, Nazis can't make their death camps because it violates public building law. Communists can't kill the bourgeoisie because they have to buy the weapons.
Like I never finished that one story. I just said the college thing. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
I just realized this is a fucking pattern. Yeah. Okay, 6th grade. Apparently, 2 people had a crush on me, and I never know.
It's trippy.
It's like,
Should've-
okay,
should've
first
told
of
them
all,
that they're
no.
ugly.
What?
Should have told them that they're ugly and they should fuck off and die.
No. Okay. 6th grade. Apparently, 2 people had an interest in me. One of them was a valedictorian of the school.
That doesn't mean shit.
No, she's fine.
Oh, okay.
She was fine. Like where she goes from now.
Oh, okay.
And the other one, she had problems. She has some problems as well.
Damn.
And it's like I know. Okay, first of all, in 6th grade, how the fuck am I supposed to know someone like me? The only way,
What are you gonna do with that knowledge anyway? You're just in 6th grade. You can't do anything with it.
okay, the only way I kind of thought about it was one of them asked me. Okay, first of all, I didn't care about those middle school fucking dances, but one of them asked me if I was going.
I went to one of those. It's super awkward. Sorry.
It is awkward. Like, for some reason, one of our quote unquote field trips was going to those.
It really is awkward, yeah.
Dude, that's bullshit. They force you to go to that?
One time, and I was so bored.
That sounds like bullshit to me.
It was only one time. Thank God, it was so fucking boring. Well, because none of my friends were there, so I was like, so I thought about it. It's like, that person, like, I think it was 8th grade where I started thinking about it. Like, there was one of those random thoughts. It's like, did that person had an interest in me when she asked me if I was going to the middle school dance?
Dude, I was a super edgy teenager.
Oh,
Or like
so-
back in middle school. You know why? I went to the school dance in a trench coat.
Trench coat, oh boy.
Okay, so middle school, I had someone liked me, right? High school, I'm with someone, and I'm like, what's gonna happen in college?
We're gonna kill people.
I have this huge feeling. Someone's gonna have an interest in me in college, right?
Yeah.
First of all, I'm probably not gonna know because I'm fucking blind.
I know this one guy. He for his orientation at our local school that we're all going to that we will not name. He said that his first day there was this girl following him, and I'm thinking, wow, there's gonna be some weird ass fucking people there, aren't there?
This is my other thought. It's like, what if I have a stalker in college and it's just some random girl? This is legit my initial thought. You're the most boring fucking person. If you're gonna stalk me, all you're gonna see me is go to the bus, go home, and lay in bed all day.
My thoughts on stalkers are the same for cults. Like, for yourself, when it's happening to you, it's vaguely interesting. But, like, compared to all the other stalkers and all the other cults, they're kind of boring. They're all very one note.
I mean, my initial thought is like, I know someone's gonna have an interest in me in college, and the first legit question I'm asked is why? I'm fucking retarded.
Well, if they want to steal your kidney, pay off their
Okay,
student debt.
they're like,
Not that kind of stalker.
they're like, Alan, that kitty looking nice though. No, but it's like,
You wake up from
but it's like I started noticing it's like someone is gonna like someone. Like, but it depends on how you act and all that other crap. Like, if you're gonna be that edgy, I want to kill everyone. Okay, even like those.
It's another thought I always had, because if my sisters always thought how, like, relationships never went well with them. One of my sisters, she always got into breakups and all that, and the other one, where she's stuck in the relationship, she always says how she's not happy and all that. So I begin to think, is, like, true monogamy that's, like, happy and all that, is that even possible? Or are relationships just doomed to fail?
I think some are, for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean,
It depends on the connection that people have.
Yeah.
I feel like it depends on the person as well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, because I've heard that I've heard like relationships where polygamy is involved, at least vaguely, sexually. Like those couples end up staying together and end up becoming like more attached to it because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but fucking weird topic. I feel maybe like society like it views polygamy very, very like it's this fucked up thing, and at times it could be this fucked up thing.
Polygamy. I'm sorry.
When multiple people are with each other.
That doesn't seem like it. I mean,
I mean, some people they see it as just like, I can fuck as many people as I want. Well, with other people, it's just like, it's it's just the multiple kind of sex that we have. That's great English. That we're gonna have. It's fun. So I wanna share it with the person I love the most. So that's I wanna. Yeah.
our relationship's kind of like trust as well.
Yeah.
It's like
It's heavily on trust. Yeah.
it's heavily on trust, and if you break that trust,
It's done.
there's no point to going back.
Well, if they're involved too, I don't know. I'm not endorsing polygamy or saying it's a bad thing. I'm just kind of putting it out there, see what kind of people's thoughts are.
I still swear to God, if someone's interested in me in college, I'm gonna be like, I did not know.
In college, I'm gonna have Aleister Crowley orgies with knives and blood and see what happens.
There you go.
But
You ever thought about that? You're like, someone interested in me, and it's like, what the fuck are you gonna do?
like that, I don't know. I never think about what they're gonna do. I'm just thinking, fuck, what did I do?
No, I do.
I
Yeah.
don't care. I don't care. Well, okay. Now I would care. I'd be like, no, I'm with someone.
Yeah. Tell him to fuck up and die. Let him kill himself.
You see, if that happened, then I'd actually just go. I'd be like, holy fuck.
Suicide's a very hard topic to talk about.
It really is.
Yeah, holy shit.
It's funny because throughout your relationship conversation,
I just said suicide and you said it's funny.
No, I'm not that. No. Oh, fuck. Oh, my bad.
I know you're an asshole, John.
Trust me.
Go on. I'm sorry.
No, it's because when you guys talk about religious, I just think quiet. I never had anyone interested.
It's like
I'm interested in you, John.
Stop.
I mean, I was like that
I still
until I met her. I'm just like, how the fuck can someone change my point of views? It's like that question I asked, right? I was like, oh.
Like, I don't know. I just see like quiet down the whole life. Like that's okay. I was assume okay. No one interested in me. Just go on with your life.
There's never a problem with me because I saw two men talking about a drug in an abandoned house. I just beat them both to a pulp and just cut their cheeks.
You're fucking rapist at that point.
Fucking rape.
God.
This is the other thing I never understood, which also kind of freaks me out. How does a breakup lead to someone's suicide? Like, there's people who I actually do it because of that, and
Most suicides are just build up on hype. Because you never have anybody who's like they thought extensively about suicide. It's like I get that's a fucked up thing to say, but I've heard it from somebody else too. It's like you're doing the most important thing in your life, so why not think about it more? Why not, instead of doing it like right on the spot?
Right.
it's like that is an important thing in your life. You're dying.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I was like crush these like space in there.
Yeah.
Also,
What if you do it like very, very like rational with yourself? It's just like you're thinking about it a couple months, you're like, I don't have anything to live for, I don't have any entertainment. I mean, I could just do it right now.
sorry to change your life habit. Wouldn't that be a better option, changing the way you live?
Probably.
I mean, now that I think about it, my life's the same.
What if the guy's not even sad? He's just like,
I just want to do it because I'm bored.
yeah, actually.
That is,
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
If you're actually bored, how the fuck?
Like you just everything. Like you even hurt yourself and you're so bored. Like pain, pleasure, nothing does it for you. You just start eating bitter stuff and rotten food and it just doesn't mess with you. I mean,
You're right.
yeah.
Well, there's so many factors that come into that. It's not just like I'm gonna do it. It's like
No, but a lot of suicides are built up like that. They're just like, I don't want to fucking nah. Yeah.
I'm doing it now. Do it right now.
I mean, I still don't understand. It's like the fact that someone kills themselves because they break up with someone, right? It's like
Based on a relationship, I feel like that person had problems with themselves before anything.
it's like
Yeah.
is it one of those things where it's like first, yeah, they probably major problems in the
Yeah.
background. They met someone and they made them feel special.
They probably had an inferiority complex or something. Parent beforehand.
And then
Yeah, but
Let me know as soon as you're gonna leave, because I'm gonna take the dog over here.
Alright. So-
In case start coming and stuff.
should we end it?
I don't know, we need to talk a little more. We need a few minutes.
When they come out, you let me know that way I can put her away.
Alright.
It's
Yeah, it's gonna be that.
okay,
I'm
but it's
too
like,
lazy for editing.
yeah, we're lazy. And it's like, I still don't understand, like, one thing I think of is that her life was either shit, or way too much, like, emotion into that one person, and it's like, you
Yeah, that's
expect the
weird.
most highly respect and all that, and once they break you in one way,
And then they get mad. It's like, oh, why didn't you do this for me? And it's like, but I never asked you to.
Yeah.
Shit.
my
Yeah,
god,
it
there's
is.
so many, I like how one movie causes a topic from
Jacob's
Yeah.
Ladder is fucking.
Vietnam. Oh yeah, it does have a relationship part in it because of his,
Yeah, because of the wife.
he divorced his wife.
So I
right?
swear this is all relevant.
Yeah.
This is because it's like, okay, what
Do you consider Jacob's Ladder to be a horror movie?
Not really.
No, it's more like of a psychological thing. Like you're looking into someone's
I
brain.
feel like it's a psychological horror.
Psychological.
There's
Yeah.
no way it's like horror. Like oh, it's gonna scare you. It's like no, you're
No, it is fucking scary as some
okay. It
parts.
is scary.
Yeah.
but the movie's like
psychological.
it's like you're looking into the mind of a guy
Dude, the
who's
beginning,
about to die.
the beginning part with the fucking people on the train. Tell me that was not scary.
Okay,
Yeah,
that-
that pretty much. Yeah, it was.
that
The
was-
fucking hospital scene.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, the hospital.
Put
Oh,
the
where the guy,
bodies.
where the
Yeah, but they did the surgery. Fuck that. Fuck that.
oh my god, I can't get over that.
Alright, so
Alright.
I guess we've gone over all that we needed to because of Jacob's Ladder. I feel pretty happy with
I'm not gonna sleep today. I'm actually just gonna think about that movie.
I'm sleep peacefully. Alright. So this has been the Knowledge Way Aids podcast with me, Mr. Tusk, Alan, and special guest John. Say hi, John.
Hey guys.
We'll see you guys later.